Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something very real today. Have you ever gone to bed on time, had a full night of sleep, and still woken up exhausted? You blame work, you blame stress, you even blame age. But the truth is, your tiredness is not always about how long you sleep. It's about silent forces that drain your energy without you even knowing. Fatigue is a thief. It steals your joy, your productivity, and your passion for life. Today, I want to show you 5 hidden causes that silently make you tired, and more importantly, how you can fix them starting now. Dehydration is one of the most overlooked yet powerful causes of fatigue. Many people go through their day believing they are tired because of stress, overwork, or poor sleep, when in reality their body is simply starved of water. Every cell in the human body depends on hydration to function, from the way oxygen is transported in your blood to how your brain fires signals that keep you alert. When you are even slightly dehydrated, your blood thickens, circulation slows, and your heart must work harder to pump oxygen to your muscles and brain. This strain doesn't come with a warning light or alarm. Instead, it shows up as subtle exhaustion, brain fog, headaches, and a lack of motivation. People often misinterpret these signals and reach for coffee or energy drinks, which may mask the problem temporarily, but worsen dehydration in the long run. The truth is that your body does not run on caffeine, it runs on water. In the morning, dehydration is at its peak because the body has gone 6 to 8 hours without fluid intake. This is why the first glass of water in the morning is more powerful than the strongest cup of coffee. That simple act of replenishment rehydrates your cells, wakes up your digestive system, and signals to your metabolism that the day has begun. Water is the natural switch that turns your body from sleep mode into wake mode. Without it, you are forcing your system to operate on low power, and it is no wonder that fatigue follows you through the day. The problem becomes worse when people substitute water with sugary drinks, sodas, or juices. While these fluids may seem hydrating, they often do the opposite. High sugar content disrupts your body's balance and can trigger insulin spikes that make you even more sluggish later. The body requires clean hydration. Nothing works better than pure water. Adding a slice of lemon, cucumber, or a pinch of sea salt can further enhance absorption, ensuring that the water you drink actually nourishes your cells. Dehydration also affects brain function more than people realize. Studies show that even a 2% drop in hydration levels can impair memory, focus, and concentration. That means the moment you feel the slightest thirst, brain is already slowing down. This is why many individuals struggle with morning brain fog or afternoon crashes. It's not always lack of sleep or heavy meals, but often the silent grip of dehydration. By drinking water consistently throughout the day, you allow your brain to operate at full capacity, your mood to stabilize, your energy to remain steady. The fix is not complicated, but it does require awareness. Most people wait until they are thirsty to drink, but thirst is already a late signal of dehydration. The key is to drink preventively, not reactively. Keeping a water bottle with you, setting reminders, or simply making hydration a habit with each meal can make all the difference. When you shift from ignoring your body's need for water to honoring it consistently, you unlock a level of energy you may not have felt in years. Fatigue that seemed mysterious often fades, replaced by clarity, vitality, a renewed sense of life flowing through you. Poor nutrition is one of the most silent yet destructive causes of fatigue. It is something people often overlook because they confuse eating with fueling. Just because the stomach is full does not mean the body has received what it truly needs for energy. In fact, most modern diets are filled with processed foods, refined sugars, and unhealthy oils that give the illusion of energy, but in reality rob the body of its strength. When you consume sugary snacks or processed meals, your blood sugar spikes rapidly, giving you a short burst of energy, but this is quickly followed by a crash that leaves you feeling more tired than before. These constant highs and lows wear out your system, confuse your hormones, and make your cells less efficient at producing clean energy. Over time, the body becomes trapped in a vicious cycle where food becomes a source of exhaustion instead of vitality. Energy is chemistry. The chemistry of poor nutrition is toxic. Processed foods often contain artificial additives, trans fats, refined carbohydrates that inflame the body at a cellular level. Inflammation is like a silent fire that drains your resources and forces your immune system into constant overdrive. This ongoing stress consumes the very energy you are trying to preserve for daily life. Instead of your food powering you forward, it is secretly dragging you backward. The result is not only fatigue, but also weight gain, brain fog, mood swings, and long-term hormonal imbalances that make recovery even harder. On the other hand, when you eat whole, nutrient-dense foods, the story changes completely. Lean proteins provide amino acids that build and repair tissues. Healthy fats supply long-lasting fuel for the brain and hormones. Complex carbohydrates from vegetables and whole grains release energy steadily without crashing your system. Fiber supports digestion and ensures your blood sugar remains stable throughout the day. These foods don't just fill your stomach, they nourish your cells and allow your mitochondria, the powerhouses of your body, to create energy cleanly and efficiently. The problem is that many people have been conditioned to believe quick fixes like coffee, energy drinks, or fast food will solve their fatigue, but these are only bandages covering a deeper wound. Real, sustainable energy does not come from stimulants. It comes from balanced nutrition that respects the body's natural rhythms. By choosing meals rich in vegetables, nuts, seeds, lean meats, fish, healthy oils like olive or avocado, you build a foundation where energy is steady, hormones remain balanced, and fatigue no longer rules your day. Poor nutrition is like putting the wrong fuel into a car. The engine might run for a while, but eventually it sputters, slows, and breaks down. Your body is no different. Every bite you take either feeds your energy or drains it, and the decision is made several times a day. When you choose clean, nourishing foods, you are not just preventing ED, you are venting fatigue. You are rebuilding your vitality from the inside out and giving your body the respect it deserves to perform at its highest potential. Unmanaged stress is one of the most powerful hidden causes of fatigue because it drains energy at the deepest level of your biology. When the body is under constant stress, whether from work, relationships, finances, or even hidden worries, it activates the fight or flight response. This response was designed for short-term survival, not long-term living. In the presence of stress, your adrenal glands release cortisol and adrenaline, preparing you to face danger or escape it. For a moment, this might make you feel alert and even energized, but when stress becomes chronic, your body remains in this state for far too long. Over time, cortisol levels remain elevated, your adrenal system becomes fatigued, the very energy reserves you rely on to function are depleted. You are left not just mentally tired, but physically drained, as if your battery refuses to recharge. The danger of unmanaged stress is that it doesn't just live in the mind, it embeds itself in the body. High cortisol disrupts sleep patterns, leading to restless nights and shallow sleep. It interferes with digestion, meaning that even when you eat healthy foods, your body may not absorb nutrients effectively. Also alters hormone balance, leaving you more vulnerable to mood swings, weight gain, and reduced immune function. Stress quietly robs energy from every corner of your life, and many people mistake its effects for aging or overwork when, in reality, is stress pulling the strings behind the curtain. What makes stress more dangerous is its invisible accumulation. A stressful thought may not exhaust you. The constant drip of emails, deadlines, social pressures, and unresolved emotions creates a relentless storm that never clears. Your body cannot tell the difference between a true physical danger and a modern worry, so it reacts the same way to both, releasing hormones that keep your system on high alert. Imagine leaving the lights on in your house all night and all day. Eventually, power bill rises and the system begins to strain. That is what chronic stress does to your body. It leaves the lights on until your energy reserves burn out. The good news is that while you may not be able to eliminate stress entirely, you can manage it in ways that restore balance. Simple daily practices such as deep breathing, mindfulness, meditation, journaling, or prayer help reset the nervous system and bring cortisol back down to healthy levels. Even taking a short walk outside can trigger relaxation responses that shift the body away from fight or flight and into rest and digest mode. Where healing and energy restoration occur, stress management is not about ignoring your responsibilities or pretending life is easy. It is about giving your body the tools to handle life without burning itself out in the process. Unmanaged stress is like carrying a heavy backpack everywhere you go. At first, you can handle it, but as days turn into weeks and weeks into months, the weight begins to crush you. Only when you take that weight off do you realize how much lighter, freer, and more energized you can feel. Lack of movement is one of the quietest yet most powerful reasons why so many people feel constantly tired. The body was designed to move, to walk, to stretch, to lift, to bend, and to circulate energy through motion, yet modern life has chained most people to chairs, desks, and screens for hours at a time. When the body remains still for too long, circulation slows oxygen delivery to muscles, and the brain weakens. The natural flow of energy inside the body is disrupted. This stillness creates a condition where the body almost forgets how to be awake. You may believe that resting conserves energy, but ironically, inactivity starves your cells of the very oxygen and nutrients that generate energy in the first place. Fatigue grows not because you are overworked, but because you are undermoved. The human body is like a flowing river. It thrives when there is motion, stagnates when movement stops. A sedentary lifestyle leads to muscles tightening, joints stiffening, and circulation becoming sluggish. The brain also suffers because it relies on steady blood flow and oxygen supply to stay sharp and focused. When movement is absent, you experience brain fog, sluggish thinking, and lack of motivation, all of which are often mistaken for laziness or poor sleep. The truth is that movement is the switch that keeps your mind and body awake. Without it, you trap yourself in a cycle of stillness and exhaustion that becomes harder to break the longer it continues. The good news is that fixing this cause of fatigue does not require hours in the gym or grueling workouts. Even the smallest bursts of physical activity have the power to reignite energy almost instantly. A 10-minute walk after sitting for hours, quick set of stretches in the morning, or a few bodyweight exercises such as squats and push-ups are enough to restart circulation and refresh the brain. These small investments of movement throughout the day create a compounding effect that keeps your body alert and energized without draining you. Movement is less about burning calories and more about sending a message to your body that it is alive, active, and ready to perform. Another hidden benefit of movement is its effect on hormones and mood. When you move, your body releases endorphins, natural chemicals that elevate your sense of well-being, reduce the perception of fatigue. It also balances insulin, stabilizes blood sugar, supports healthy levels of testosterone and growth hormone, all of which play critical roles in sustaining energy. Without movement, these systems falter. The body falls deeper into cycles of tiredness that no amount of caffeine or sleep can fully resolve. Imagine energy as a fire that must be stoked. Each time you move, you add oxygen and fuel to that fire, making it burn brighter and steadier. When you neglect movement, the fire dims, the glow of your vitality begins to fade. The secret to restoring energy is not found in endless rest, but in purposeful activity that keeps the fire alive. Disrupted sleep quality is one of the most underestimated reasons behind chronic fatigue, and it goes far beyond the simple number of hours you spend in bed. Many people believe that as long as they get 7 or 8 hours of sleep, they should wake up refreshed, yet they still rise groggy, heavy, and unmotivated. The problem is not always quantity, but quality. True rest happens in cycles, particularly in the deep stages of non-REM and REM sleep, when the body repairs tissues, balances hormones, consolidates memory, and restores energy at a cellular level. When these cycles are interrupted or shortened, the body never reaches full restoration. As a result, fatigue builds day after day, no matter how long you lie in bed. One of the major culprits of poor sleep quality is exposure to artificial light, especially from screens. Blue light emitted by phones, tablets, and televisions tricks the brain into thinking it is still daytime, delaying the release of melatonin, the hormone that signals sleep. Even if you manage to fall asleep, your body's natural rhythm is disrupted and the depth of rest is compromised. This is why so many people wake up feeling like they never truly slept. Another factor is inconsistency. Going to bed at different times each night confuses the body's internal clock, preventing it from establishing a steady rhythm that promotes restorative rest. Caffeine, alcohol, and heavy late night meals also sabotage sleep quality. Caffeine lingers in the system for hours, stimulating the nervous system and preventing deep rest, while alcohol may help you fall asleep faster but interferes with REM cycles, leaving you restless and drained the next morning. Eating large meals before bed forces your digestive system to remain active during the hours when it should be resting and repairing, further reducing sleep depth. The result is fragmented sleep where you may not even remember waking up, but your body feels the consequences the next day. Stress also plays a critical role in disrupting sleep. When the mind is restless, replaying conversations, planning tasks, or worrying about the future, the body struggles to switch into rest mode. Elevated cortisol levels make it difficult to fall asleep and even harder to stay asleep, keeping you in the lighter stages of the cycle and depriving you of the deep restorative phases. Over time, this compounds into chronic sleep debt, which no weekend catch up sleep can fully repair. Improving sleep quality requires intentional habits. Dimming lights an hour before bed, turning off screens, keeping a cool and dark room, and creating a consistent sleep schedule are simple but powerful practices that help restore the body's natural rhythm. Relaxation rituals such as reading, stretching, meditation, or journaling can signal to the nervous system that it is time to wind down. Respecting sleep is not a luxury. It is a biological necessity. Without it, your body is like a phone that only charges halfway each night. You may function during the day, but never at your full potential, carrying invisible exhaustion that chips away at your energy, focus, and vitality.